Hey everyone, Tristan back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing the Sony WH-1000M3 wireless Bluetooth noise cancelling headphones. This is the third version of the Sonys that they've had. I've had these for probably about 6 weeks or so, and I just wanted to do a comment because I think some of the other reviewers that I see on YouTube, I'm not going to name any names, you know who you are, but some of them I think borrow headphones or get headphones in for review, and they actually don't spend any time with them. They probably listen to them for like 5 minutes before pushing out a video. You can just kind of tell by their videos that what they're saying kind of doesn't make sense a lot of times. And that's not what I do. I'm not saying that my videos are better than anyone else's or anything like that. I'm just saying like what I do. And what I do is I like to live with the product and live with the headphones for a while, and I think I can get a much more accurate review for you that way. So you're not going to see me just crank out videos where I just get in a whole bunch of borrowed headphones and just review headphone after headphone after headphone, because there's just no way that I can listen to them for a long enough time and get a good experience with them for a long enough time and crank out that many videos. So the other thing is most of the headphones or other products that you see in my channel were actually purchased by me. I buy most of the stuff with my own money. I do get some things in for review from time to time, and I'm certainly open to that. And I'll always disclose if I get something in or get something sent to me for a review. But even in that case, I like to keep the product for a few to several weeks, just so I can get a real sense of the audio quality and the ergonomics and build and design and all that kind of stuff before I actually crank out a video review. So I just wanted to get that off my chest before proceeding on with this review. So let's get on to the review. These are the Sony WH-1000 Mark IIIs, and these are the third version of these headphones. They've had two prior versions, but they've made improvements with this version, and you can see they've got a really nice build quality and look and feel right here. I'll go ahead and put them on so you can kind of see what they look like. I think they look pretty cool, and they're also quite light and comfortable to wear. And let me show you the case that they come in. So you've got kind of a nice hard case here, and when you open this up, you can kind of see it's a fabric cover hard case, and then you've got a slot inside for the headphones that fold up, and then you've also got the slots for the cable and the airline adapter. You've also got a 3.5mm wired headphone cable in case you want to use it wired. One of the things is here's the charge cable. Now this uses USB-C, which I really like. The Bose and other headphones don't. The nearest competitor to these headphones both don't use USB-C yet, and that is the Bose QC35 as well as the Beats Studio 3 made by Apple. So this is a USB to USB-C charge cable, but it's very short. It's only like maybe 5 inches or something like that. I prefer it to be a little bit longer because having it so short means that you have to get the headphones really close to your charger. I can understand what they're trying to go for here by making it like a really small compact package, and it just fits right nicely in this slot in the case like that. But it could stand to be a little bit longer of a cable. But overall, this is a nice case, and it's nice and compact. That's one of the things I like about these headphones is they're very compact when you get them in the case and easy to take with you. I thought about bringing more of an audiophile-oriented headphones, such as my AudioQuest Night Owl Carbons, with me on trips, but that's a much bigger package to take with you, and just not nearly as convenient as having something that's Bluetooth as well, because I don't have to necessarily bring an external headphone amplifier and all that kind of stuff. I can just bring my iPhone and this, and I can enjoy a good quality experience with them and have noise canceling as well. I really wanted the noise canceling for when I go on trips because I think that's a must-have on a plane flight or also in a car trip if you're a passenger. It really blocks out most of the ambient noise, and when you arrive to your destination you're a lot more relaxed and you don't feel as just grated on, not hearing that engine noise of the plane or the car. I've also used these on BART, which is the Bay Area Rapid Transit System here in the San Francisco Bay Area. It's basically our subway system, and they're really good for commuting as well. It blocks out a lot of that noise. Of course, if you're using these in public or on a subway, you want to be careful because you can't really hear stuff around you. So if someone comes up to you and tries to accost you or something, you may not hear them, or they could come up to you and just grab these off your head and steal them. So that's something that you want to be aware of when using noise canceling headphones. I actually kind of don't like to really use them in public places that much for that reason, unless it's like a really safe area or something like that. So that's just something to be aware of. Now, one of the reasons why I got these is because they're supposed to have a better music quality or better audio quality than the Bose. I wasn't too happy with the Bose QC35s for music. They just sounded kind of smeared in the highs and just not real involving. I'm happy to say that the music on the Sonys is definitely better, and I enjoy it a lot more. It's a bit of a warmer sound to me. The bass is certainly better. These are definitely more bassy, and in fact these are also more bassy than the Beats Studio 3s as well. And then the mids and highs are a little bit better as well, so it just has a more overall nice musical tone to them than either the Bose or the Beats Studio 3s. These do have a little bit of a peak where I understand is at about 9 kilohertz in terms of the treble, so it is a little bit peaky in the treble, but not real bad, still quite listenable. The frequency response on these is still a bit U-shaped though. The mids are a little bit recessed, but maybe not quite as recessed as the Bose. But I am pretty happy with the music quality on these. It's quite listenable and definitely an improvement for me over the Bose QC35s. In terms of the noise cancellation, I would have to say it's maybe a little bit of a step down from the Bose QC35s, just in terms of the noise cancellation. A lot of people think that they're about equal, but I think the Bose is a little bit better in terms of noise cancellation. When I put these on and turn them on with the noise cancellation on, I can hear a little bit of a hissing, whereas on the Bose you don't hear as much of a hissing. Now the difference there is very small. It's not a big, huge difference, but you do hear a little bit of a hiss with these. So I think, while the noise cancellation on these version 3s of the Sonys is certainly better than prior versions, to me the noise cancellation still isn't as good as the Bose. But again, the audio quality and the music quality on these is better than the Bose, so I tend to like these better for that reason. I feel like I can listen to music with these with less compromise than I would when I listen to music with the Bose QC35s. Now, for those that don't know, the way that the noise canceling works on noise cancellation headphones is they have microphones both on the outside of the ear cups as well as on the inside, and it can measure like the amount of noise both outside and what's coming in on the inside, and it kind of cancel out that noise. So that's how that's how these work, and they do a very good job with noise cancellation indeed. So these have very good noise cancellation as well as the Bose QC35s, but then when you go to the Apple Beats Studio 3s, those don't have nearly as good noise cancellation. Those are more of a mild noise cancellation. The fit and finish of the headphones is really nice, and they do look really cool and all that, although they do feel sort of plasticky. The Bose actually have a metal ear cup, whereas this might be metal, but I think it's coated with like a rubber around them, or maybe it's just plastic, I'm not even sure, but it feels like plastic or kind of rubber. So the Bose feel a little bit more premium, even though they're like the same price, which is about $360 as of this video. But in terms of look, I think these kind of look cooler when they're on. When you put them on, I just think they have a kind of a cool look to them. But in terms of comfort and the weight of them, I think they're about equivalent between the Sony and the Bose. They have really good isolation, and the ear pads are, very plush and comfortable. And again, these are really light as well, so you can wear them for long periods of time, like on a really long plane flight. And I don't think you'd feel any fatigue or anything like that while wearing them. Now, as I mentioned, for music, these do provide a better musical experience than the Bose for me, and something that I definitely enjoy. I certainly would not classify these as like audiophile headphones. If I'm going to be doing any real intense listening at home or something like that, if I really want to get an audiophile experience, I would not necessarily turn to these. But then while traveling, and if I don't want to bring other headphones, I'm not totally disappointed with what I hear with these while traveling, so that's really a plus. These headphones do tend to be quite bassy, so that's something to take note of. Some people on forums have said that they were too bassy, but I kind of like that bass. I don't have to EQ them or anything like that to get a bit of a bass boost. It's like they have built-in bass boost. And again, they're a little bit of a U-shape, so the vocals aren't going to be, super smooth and warm. But they're not bad. And then on the treble, you do have a peak at about 9 kilohertz on the treble side, so they're a little bit peaky there. But unlike the Bose, the vocals and things in the treble don't sound real smeared to me with these headphones. The other thing is the Sony Connect app also does have an EQ setting as well that you can play around with too if you want to EQ these a bit. Or other apps as well, like third-party apps that you can get for smartphones can also probably EQ these as well. So here's the box that they come in. It's actually the sort of outer sleeve. It has a little thing that kind of slides out like a drawer. It's supposed to have 30 hours of playback time between charges, and it also has the aptX as well. for better Bluetooth if your phone supports that, better Bluetooth quality. I think that's mostly on Android devices right now. And as you can see here on the bottom of the left ear cup, right here, there's a little jack where you can plug in the wire. It comes with a wire if you want to plug this in and not use it wirelessly. I did play around with that a bit, and I plugged it into my Cord Mojo, and these don't actually scale up that well in terms of, I didn't hear a huge improvement when I did that. So it almost makes it not worth it to necessarily do that, because you have the convenience of wireless when you're just using this via Bluetooth directly to like your iPhone or something like that, and then you don't have to bring like something else like the wire and external amp or anything like that. So yeah, they don't scale up like super well in that respect, and it's to the point where you might as well just use these wirelessly, because that's kind of like what they're for, and that's a lot more convenient to do that. The other thing that this has that the Bose don't have is it has a sort of touch screen or touch sensitive controls here on the ear cup, where you can kind of like press play and you just kind of touch it or tap it to start and stop or go forward and back, and to answer calls, or to adjust your volume. I found that a little bit finicky, and it takes a little bit of getting used to, because while you have them on, you have to kind of figure out where that is. It does work, but sometimes it doesn't work. And I did find that sometimes I was having to just actually take out my phone and just use the controls on my phone that way. But it is there if you want to use it. The other thing that this has, it has an ambient control as well. So if you're wearing these and you've got the noise cancellation on, you can actually cup your hand over this ear cup, and it'll go into that mode where it'll turn off the noise canceling so that you can hear what's around you, which is kind of nice without actually taking off the headphones. That's kind of a nice feature to have. And then you've also got a button here for that too. If you want to disable the noise cancellation, you can actually do that with this button as well. The power button is right here, so you just kind of hold that to turn it on and turn it off. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with the WH-1000 M3s in terms of the overall sound quality and audio quality, as well as combined with the noise cancellation. They're, to me, an improvement over the Bose in terms of my enjoyment level with music. Although they're slightly worse in terms of the noise cancellation than the Bose, to me I kind of prefer that the Sonys are a little bit more musical, and so therefore I like these better than the Bose QC35s. So thanks for watching this video, and as always, for community and discussion, I'll be hanging out in the comments field below. For pricing and availability, check the description field. And if you thought this video was cool, give it a thumbs up. If you thought it sucked, give it a thumbs down. And yeah, if you have these headphones, I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinion on them. But yeah, they're pretty good headphones for the price of about $360 as of this video. And certainly if you commute or travel a lot, they're kind of a must-have. In fact, I even use these sometimes at home when like the gardeners out there with their annoying leaf blowers, and I just don't want to hear that. I just put these on, and it just kind of like noise cancels out all that ambient noise, which is really nice. Sometimes I don't even play any music through them. I just use them for strictly noise canceling. Anyway, they're light, they're compact, very easy to travel with, and they're a must-have if you travel. Thanks for watching this video, and see you in my next video.